Ahoy there, sailors. It's First Mate Steph, and you've officially dropped anchor at the weekly Helm Report, your top deck destination for cruise headlines, sea-savvy tips, and a splash of sunshine. So whether you sail Carnival or dream of Disney, we're diving into this week's wave-making stories and salty insights from the cruise universe. So tighten your life vest and grab your tropical drink because it's time for the weekly Helm Report. Starting off strong with Carnival Cruise Lines. This week they have officially opened Celebration Key. So they opened it with the Carnival Vista making a historic stop at the newly opened island, launching Carnival's private Bahamian oasis on July 19th. There has been no updates on their newly formed or reformed, I guess, loyalty program. So haven't seen anything come back on that. I'm sure it's still sitting with the C-suite to decide how they're going to try and fix it or keep it the way it is and just make sailors deal with it. But as soon as we hear from it, we will let you know. Moving over to Norwegian. So the Norwegian Star suffered a brief propulsion failure on July 12th from its departure in New York City. Thankfully, hiccup was resolved. Nobody was injured, and she resumed her voyage over to Iceland. Virgin Voyage announced this week a really cool themed cruise, and that's not something I say very often. So the Virgin Voyages has announced a true crime podcast cruise on October 10th, 2025 in partnership with iHeartMedia. So look for your favorite true crime podcasters to be on board, giving seminars. I'm hoping not about how to commit true crime, but okay. Recording their podcast at sea, that's such a good idea. And doing meet and greets. So I saw this week. I got super jealous because I am completely unavailable that day for my best friend's wedding. So I tried to get them to postpone their wedding and the bride said no. So I was going to bring her with me because she's a true crime junkie too, but that is not going to be the case. But if that is something that just is totally right up your alley. Everybody knows that I love Virgin and true crime, so putting those two together would be a match made in heaven. So if that is something that you are looking forward to or looking for as a cool themed cruise, please reach out. I've looked at the pricing. It's really not too astronomical in comparison to what a lot of the themed cruises tend to be. So if that is something that you are interested in, please reach out to Starboard and Sunshine and we'll get you booked. So again, it sounds super cool. Definitely something that I wish I could check out and maybe they will do again. But right now this is a one-time deal. Next up, Margaritaville at Sea has officially announced on July 16th their new flagship called the Beachcomer. It's set to launch in 2026 with some expanded venues like 5 o'clock somewhere and Cheeseburger in Paradise. So they haven't announced what port it's going to port from. A lot of people are really hoping for Galveston because we do have West Palm and Tampa here with their 2 ships currently. So I think it'd be really cool for them to expand to Galveston and try and hit that market. Galveston or New Orleans, one of the two. Either way, it gets kind of that same area, so that would be pretty great for that section of the country. Moving over to Disney. So Disney had to cancel a 2026 sailing on the Disney Magic just due to dry dock rescheduling, no big deal. But there is a new concept that came out, or new concept details that came out for the Disney Destiny, their brand new ship, including a piano bar and a heroes versus villains lounge experience. So that sounds really cool. We actually booked our first Disney cruise this past week. We are going on September 12th on the Disney Dream out of Fort Lauderdale. Going to be recording some Tales from the Ship episodes there. So please, if you are going to be on that sailing, please reach out to us. We would love to have you on the podcast and give you your own episode. We would just love that. So really excited to try Disney for the first time. It's a first for us, so we are going and it should be a great time. So flipping over to Holland America now. So they have announced that the behind the scenes ship tours are back. So for $179, guests get exclusive access to the bridge, the galley, and engine room, plus some souvenirs. So that was pretty cool. On top of that, so some passengers, or I guess all the passengers on the Oosterdam were warned of unrest in Torre Pacheco, which hopefully I didn't mess that up, in Spain was happening. So nobody was injured, nobody was hurt. Just on that ship, they were given some warning that maybe there was some unrest in the area when they were reporting. And then last but not least, MSC. So there has been some new itineraries announced for the summer of 2027 with the MSC World America and others, such as the MSC Seascape going out of Galveston and the MSC Grandiosa coming to Port Canaveral. So they will be sailing from Miami for the World America, Galveston, and Port Canaveral. So that'll be pretty cool. I know that Galveston is now getting their MSC cruises, which is great. We go on the MSC World America on September 27th. So pretty excited for that one. And then we also have the Grandiosa booked for January 11th. So again, pretty excited for that one. Haven't been on the Grandiosa yet. Been on the Seascape, the Seashore, and the Seaside, and the Divina. So getting some new MSC ships around here is going to be pretty great. Pretty excited for that. So that is all of our news for the week. But as always, our cruise tip for the week is before you jump in those turquoise water, please reach for the reef safe sunscreen. This is very important for our reefs, our oceans, and everything for us to continue cruising. So make sure when you are at the store buying your sunscreen, you are looking for mineral-based formulas free from oxybenzone and oxynate. I totally screwed that up. Look for mineral-based formulas. So that is better for coral, and it is still great for your skin. You will notice that it doesn't rub in as well, but it does do wonders in comparison for the reefs. Nothing is great for the water, but it is a little bit better. So just keep that going. And then a little extra couple of reminders from me. So right now I did announce on the Instagram for Tales from the Ship and for the Facebook that we are currently having a contest. So basically we are almost at 100 downloads, which is pretty exciting for us. I just saw that we reached outside of the US with Canada. So really excited to see this thing grow, and hopefully it'll continue to grow. But with that being said, we've got some cool goodies that we have ordered for Tales from the Ship. So please, if you like, subscribe, and share the podcast, that's all you have to do. And you will be entered to win a little goodie bag from us. The contest does end next week. It will be announced in next week's weekly Helm report who the winner is. So please, like, subscribe, so share. Please tell your friends about it. The cruise community is vast, and they love cruising. So we really love what we're doing with this, and we want to share it with everybody, and we want to try and meet new people and meet new friends. We've met some really cool people through this so far, so we're really excited to continue on our journey with it. So please like, subscribe, share. That will be great for us, for you, help get us out there. And again, you might win some free little cute merch that we had made, and pretty excited for it to come in the mail. And then finally, last but not least, I just want to thank our sponsors. So a tidal wave of gratitude towards Starboard and Sunshine Vacation for fueling this voyage. So their ongoing support means our podcast is possible, keeping the cruise vibe shining brighter than the Caribbean sunrise. So please remember that we will take the mess and the stress out of your planning, and we will just make sure you have a smooth sailing. So whether you're docked at home or daydreaming from the Lido deck, thank you for sailing with us. We'll catch you next week, shipmates. Until then, calm seas and clear skies.